Every home requires an assistant to automate a wide variety of smart home devices. This is where the Home Assistant comes in place. Today, I'll be showing you how to install this on a Raspberry Pi 5, and then we aren't going to automate switching the lights on and off when the room is empty. But we will be using one of the many integrations they have, and in my case, a real-time London Underground status updates right into your smart home dashboard. We can always look up the TfL slide to check if the tube is running smoothly before we leave the house, but where's the fun in that? So let's get this running on our Home Assistant instead. Home Assistant is a free and open source platform that lets you control all your smart home devices from one place. It can run on its dedicated hardware, Home Assistant Green, any x86 mini PC or old computer. As a VM on platforms like Proxmox, I have decided to run this on a Raspberry Pi as I require it to be on the IoT Wi-Fi network, and my Proxmox instance is in an isolated network. So what you'll need to run this setup, I'm using a Raspberry Pi 5, but a Raspberry Pi 4 will do. You'll need a power supply with this. You will need also a microSD card, at least 32 GB. A faster one is recommended on this one. Ethernet or a Wi-Fi connection. I'm currently using my Mac, so a computer with a Raspberry Pi imager installed so that we can flash the OS to the microSD card. And an optional thing would be to have a nice little cool case for the Raspberry Pi itself. So the first thing what you would like to do right now is to go to your web browser and open homeassistant.io. And then we come to the section with Raspberry Pi, and it will show you the suggested hardware. It also has links where you can purchase them, the microSD card and Ethernet cable. If you do not already have the Raspberry Pi imager on your computer, you can download this over here and install it. So I currently have this installed. If you scroll down, it will show you how to select the operating system. So you choose the OS, other specific purpose OS, Home Assistant and Home Automation, and we click on Home Assistant. So let me do that right now. Once you've got the right successful message pop up on your dashboard, you can safely remove the SD card from the reader and plug it into your Raspberry Pi 5, and now you can connect this to your network. So I'm going to do that right now and I will be back. Okay, so now what we can do is access the Home Assistant, and we'll have to go to our browser and enter homeassistant.local and to port 8123. And there you go, we are welcome to our setup visit. So let's create my smart home. You can give your home location if you want to, but it is all local, so there's no harm in doing so. As this is currently on my home Wi-Fi network where all my IoT devices are, and even my LG WebOS TV, the Raspberry Pi has automatically picked up devices that it's compatible with. At this point, Home Assistant is running, and let's make it a bit smarter with the London Underground status integration. I personally do not travel into Central much, but my wife and a couple of my friends do, and the amount of delays and cancellations they face, I think we will be checking the train status quite often. I'll post all these URLs down in the description box. And yeah, this is the integration. It's London Underground integration. You can add the lines that you can monitor: Bakerloo, Central, District, Lizzie line, Elizabeth line. That's the one I currently use. To enable this integration, you will need to add it to your configuration YAML file. And to do this, we will have to install another add-on so that we can edit the YAML file. So first things, let's go to Settings, Add-ons, Add-on Store, search for File Editor, install this add-on. Let's click on Start. It should bring up the File Editor page. So the service has started. Let's open it up in the UI, and in the top left corner you can see there's a browse file system, so click on that, and here we can see configuration.yaml, and from here we can go to the London Underground integration and just copy this. So I'm going to copy it up to, let me just copy everything actually. And with the YAML file, you got to make sure that the spacing is all correct. Since we have copy pasted, it should be fine. Let's save this. Now to check if the configuration is correct, we'll go to Developer Tools, and it says check and restart. We can check the configuration. Configuration will not prevent Home Assistant from starting, and we can restart it now. Restart Home Assistant. Yep. And now back on the main dashboard, we can see our sensors. We can see that everything is updated. We can see Piccadilly has good service, Central, minor delays. Let's go as Elizabeth Line is part closure. This is what you expect on a weekend. Let's try to keep this London Underground sensors in a different dashboard. So let's go to settings, dashboards, add dashboard, new dashboard from scratch. Let's call this London Underground. Whoa, London Underground status. We should have a train icon. Yep. Train icon, London Underground status is the URL, create, and on the left hand side you can see it. So top right corner, there's an edit icon, like a pencil icon. Click on that, create a selection, and in the new selection, add to dashboard, we search by entity, and here we can see all the sensors for the London Underground. So let's try selecting all of them. Okay, I've selected all of them. Add to dashboard. Now to access this on our phones, we will be using this URL. So just gonna copy that, make a note of it. Okay, so now on my phone, I'm connected to the correct Wi-Fi, which my Home Assistant is currently installed on, and I will go to my browser and I will paste in that URL of the dashboard that we just created. So before getting onto this dashboard, it'll actually ask you for your credentials. So I've already entered that, that's what I was let in through. But as you can see, I can now see the full list of underground stations, and also over line. For example, Elizabeth Line is like a hybrid, and I can see it's part closure. And then if you click into it, it will show you more details. And you might be wondering, okay, Alston, you can only access this dashboard while you're on your home Wi-Fi network. What if you're out and about and you want to check the status? So for this, let me do this. I'm going to disable the Wi-Fi, and I have Tailscale plugin installed on my firewall. So I'm using an OpenSense firewall, which has the plugin for Tailscale. And I've got the app over here. So let me just connect it up. As you can see, this is the iPhone 15, which is connected, and it can see the OpenSense box. And I've enabled it in such a way that my exit node is my OpenSense route. So there you go. OpenSense is my exit node. So I should be able to see devices on my home network now. But as we're currently using the Home Assistant.local username, I don't think so it will work, and we'll need a specific IP address. Go ping Home Assistant.local. So the IP address for my Home Assistant is 10.1.10.112. And there you go, I'm connected with my 5G network, VPN's on, Tailscale's on, and I can actually see the London Underground status. And to make things easier, I can just save this to add this to home screen. And there you go. So let me just close this tab again. And boom. So there you have it. We have London Underground status on our phone, and that's it. We have got Home Assistant running on the Raspberry Pi 5, and now we can see London Underground updates at a glance. If you want to know more about the Tailscale plugin, you may want to check out this video where I go through my top plugins for OpenSense. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech videos. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.